Hello, this is Phillip Taylor from Richmond Green Chambers. I'm talking about Russell on arbitration. This book's been around a while. It's a very important book, this one, and I've given it, for the internet references that I've used, the title Modern Arbitration Law Defined in One Place. And the real issue here is, what is arbitration? I wondered, because I attended the launch of the 23rd edition of this book, and I wondered whether I'd get some answers, because I actually teach at the Chartered Institute for Arbitrators, and I have used this book in the past because it's the one-stop shop for arbitration. The answer, of course, to my question is contained in this excellent work from Thompson, Sweet and Maxwell. It's been completely rewritten a little while ago, and obviously updated since then, to basically reflect the importance of arbitration, which Julian Liu, Queen's Counsel, concludes, quote, may be the result of the momentum of the alternative dispute resolution movement, which has resulted in increasing numbers of cases being taken to the courts. Of course, Mr. Liu is quite right, because the nature of arbitration means that numbers are not available and are probably impossible to obtain, so you've not got very little idea of the actual quantum. Today, of course, there are many different kinds of arbitrations which take place, used by parties from different industries and involving arbitrators with a wide professional experience, covering factual rather than legal issues, as I found out when I taught them. I've known Russell on arbitration for a long time, and I think it's a masterly overview of English law as far as arbitration is concerned, at work, both at home and of course abroad, because we have the international jurisdiction. And for over 150 years now, Russell on arbitration has been the principal authority for practitioners. I met the authors, and it was quite useful, because the new editors, Sutton, Gill and Gearing, follow the original precedent of the work, bringing readers what Judith Gill told me as the practical approach to the arbitration process, including all the most recent arbitration cases and an examination of the key pieces of legislation, obviously the main current Consolidating Act. The book contains 8 chapters. Each obviously has a chapter index, which of course is always useful and very much a hallmark of Thompson, Sweet and Maxwell. So what you can do is you can find what you're looking for quite quickly. There are paragraph numbers at the side for ease of access as well. That's of course quite useful for a whole range of quasi-judicial requirements. And the chapters cover the following areas. You've got an introduction, the arbitration agreement, parties and institutions, the tribunal, conduct of the reference that's been made, the award, the role of the court before and during the arbitration, and the role of the court after the award has been made. I did find the appendices of great significance too, because they help, together with the list of abbreviations at the front of the book, to give you an understanding of what this is all about. The appendix, let me just remind you, they cover a number of areas. Appendix 1 is the Arbitration Act. Appendix 2 is the Departmental Advisory Committee on Arbitration, their law report on the bill from 1996 and what's happened. There's statutory arbitration at Appendix 3. And then at Appendix 4 you've got the comparison between the Act, that's the 1996 Act of course, and the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law. I never quite know how they pronounce it. It's UN-CITRAL, which is the model law of course. And finally you've got at Appendix 5 a list of appointing authorities. As I say, I use this work part and parcel together with evidence, which is what I also teach at the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, and to me it remains the most concise work in its field, both nationally and internationally, as I've said, and I wish it was basically more widely available and read. It's an expensive book, but it's worth it in my view. Thank you very much. Bye bye.